You swine! Scheiß! Geh zum Teufel! Kacke! Damn. Well? Who is that, Teufel? It seems I have finally met my match. I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here. You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you. Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you. Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count. I give you my word. The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are. Unlike you, I'm not a criminal. You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade? I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating them. What? What are you saying? I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman. Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above. From who? Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye, if we do indeed have a common cause. Stand up. It is true our meeting has not begun well, but if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other. What do you mean? I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead. What man was that? Meinhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you, but first, I need you to do something for me. Oh, really? You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned. Who do you mean? Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him. I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for? I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made, but I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however... will definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that? It seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there. Shouldn't you go with me to see Pfeiffer? No. I must remain in Sasau. I have some loose ends that must be tied. What's your name, anyway? I told you. I am Ulrich. Just Ulrich? It is enough. Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name. It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things. So you're not a knight? All right then, Ulrich. Who are you working for? I understand why you wish to know, but this does... Very well. I shan't beat it out of you. Tell me what you know about the false coins. Do you know Passau? No, what is it? A city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there. I see. And that would include Prague groschen? Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the... My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested... And so he sent you? Yes. He needed a man that he... And what about that wagon? What happened there exactly? I followed Menhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sasau. So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon? Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs and the like. But now, the sacks were full of counterfeits. What do you mean about the connection with Sasau? The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery. What, in the monastery itself? I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports of the interrogations. Why did you let them get here before attacking? I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Meinhard had an armed escort, and they kept two busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the perfect opportunity to strike. What happened on that track? I ambushed them. I took down two, but that bastard Manhart cut the horses loose and rode away. What next? While I was chasing Manhart, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck. So we won't get anything out of him? Unfortunately not. Very well. I'll go and see Master Fayfar. Godspeed. I will wait in Sasau at the wagon.
You seriously think you can creep around here in the dark right under my nose? That's against the law. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn crime doesn't pay.
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch your step, or I'll make things so hot for you, you'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
But I was just... You misunderstood me. Sorry. You can go.
Look out.
Hey! What was that?
Look out.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. It turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
we live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today?
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king,
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
that would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah!
And hurry up. I've no...
I'm interested in your services.
So what are you interested?
Proper bath.
I'm sure you'll be extreme... God be with...
I'd like to make use of...
Uh-huh. And what...
I've heard you have nice girls.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Good luck then.
Oh, 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 oh.
Good day. Take care.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you...
My friend, you're a trader. Help me out here. I'm after...
Well, I've been there several times myself and come back empty-handed. They fobbed me off 3...
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
I'm honest.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes are just